Hello children, Sairam. Welcome back to Social Studies class. We already started chapter 15, Natural Disasters. This is part 2. In our last class, we studied about what is a natural disaster and we also focused on an earthquake. So let's have a quick recap. Events that take place which causes great damage to human life and property is called as calamities, that is disaster. When calamities or disasters are caused due to nature or due to natural factors, they are called as natural calamities or natural disasters. Children, we also saw about an earthquake. When an earthquake occurs, the ground shakes. An earthquake is a sudden tremor on the earth's surface. It is caused by movements deep inside the earth. A severe earthquake can cause death and widespread destruction. Buildings collapse, trees fall, and bridges may break. There may be fires because of the snapping of electric wires, and floods may occur because of the bursting of dams. After an earthquake, people have to live in tents for many weeks till they can build their own houses. Children, do you remember how is an earthquake measured? Yes, the intensity of an earthquake is measured from 1 to 10 on a Richter scale. Now let us learn something new. The study of earthquakes is called as seismology, whereas instruments called seismographs, which records the shaking of the land. Okay, an instrument that measures and records details of earthquakes such as force, duration, etc. is called as seismographs. Okay. Now, children, let us know about the precautions to be taken when an earthquake occurs. That means, what should we do when an earthquake comes? Now, this is simple survival tactics. Something that you need to do when you are in an earthquake. Okay. So, first of all, the question arises is, when or how will we come to know about an earthquake? Okay. When an earthquake comes, we can feel by the shaking of the ground or swaying of fans, that means moving of fans, or the pictures on the wall. Okay. Now, what are you supposed to do when you are in an earthquake? Let's see. Number 1. run out of your house. That is, run out of the building immediately. Okay, just run. The safest place is outside. That is, away from buildings and tall trees where nothing will fall on you. Okay? You are a lot safer outside where nothing can fall on your head rather than inside the building. When the entire roof can crush on your head. So you are a lot safer out on the street. So the minute you feel something is shaking, just run out of your house. Clear, children? Next. Now, if you are in a tower or you are in a building, so there is an option of a lift. So children, are you going to use the lift to move downwards? No. Always use stairs instead lift. Now why? Why should you use stairs instead of lift? Tell me. Yes. As we all know that an elevator or a lift runs using electricity. Isn't it, children? Okay. Now when there is an earthquake, the power may fall down and then lifts may not work and you may get stuck helplessly. Okay, so always use stairs instead of lift in case of earthquake. Now children, if it is not possible for you to move out of your house, then at that time, what are you going to do? How are you going to protect yourself? Yes, tell me. Yes, if moving out immediately is not possible, then take a shelter under a table or a bed to protect yourself from falling objects. Clear, children? As you can see here in the image, you can take a shelter under a table. Next, very important. Do not enter any building even after the earthquake stops. There is always the danger of damaged portions falling later. Also, smaller shocks called aftershocks. Okay, aftershocks shake the ground repeatedly even several days after the earthquake. So we must not enter the building even after the earthquake stops, even after the shaking has stopped, because you don't know the amount of damage the earthquake has actually done. What if there are cracks? Then the minute you walk in, the entire building may collapse or anything may happen. Okay, and sometimes hours after the actual earthquake, maybe even days after it, we feel that the earth is still, like shaking. So these shakes that are felt even after hours or days or maybe even after months is called as aftershocks of the earthquake. Clear, children? So that's it with today's class. Remaining topics will continue in the next session. Until then, do take care of yourself and goodbye.